Hello, hello. There you go. I'll fix my mic a little bit. We'll wait for some people to hop on. But I just wanted to get on here and share some books that came in. 2 books that came out last week, April 6th, and 2 books that have been out. But while we wait for 1 or 2 people, I'm going to look something up because I realized I forgot to do that ahead of time. I was trying to be prepared. Hello, hello. How are you all tonight? I know it's just a random time for me to pop on, but when is that not the case? Hello, everyone. All right, I will go ahead and get started. I am trying to, okay, here we go. So I just wanted to show you really quickly some books that I just got in stock. They've been on my website, but people have ordered them, or things that just came out this week that I was excited about it. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Stephanie. It's good. Good. We're all good here. You can leave that over there. Thank you. You're good. Goodbye. All right. You want to say hi? Hi. So I'm in my home office here. And like I said, I just wanted to share some books that just came in stock. Hi, Megan. They just came out this week, or I've had them on my website and someone just ordered. So I ordered a few more copies that I wanted to share. Or there's just a bunch of different things. So I'm going to share them all. The first one I will do is we'll do it in age stage, I guess. So first is Squinting Around, Feud. So someone ordered a copy of this and I was really excited because then I ordered a few more to have on hand. This is $7.99 and it's from Scholastic. It's also from a local author. He is in Baltimore. Kevin Sherry is amazing. If you are not following him, if you don't look at his social media, you definitely should, because there's so much cute stuff. He just does amazing artwork. You may know his work from the Yeti Files. That's another popular book of his. But so this is the first book in his new series, Squinting Around, and subtitle Feud. And his next one is Squinting Around 2. It's called Class Clownfish, and that comes out mid-May. So this is the first one. I definitely recommend it. It's super cute. Again, it's just so colorful. And you can definitely see some of the inspiration from his family in here and his own personal, based on what I know of him. So these are super cute, very vibrant drawings. I love it. It's just a cute younger reader graphic novel. And again, this is $7.99. It is on the website, so you can go ahead and order anytime. So the next book is, and I thought this was going to be a little bit bigger, and I thought it was a little bit older, but it is it's called Murder on the Baltimore Express: The Plot to Keep Abraham Lincoln from Becoming President. And it is hardcover, and I would say it is a, I don't know what age they would say this is for. I would say middle grade reader. And I'm going to read you the dust jacket really quick, just so you have a quick idea. If you have not heard of this, the other thing that made me laugh is for anybody who is a murderino, aka a fan of My Favorite Murder, they Karen covered this and the events around this at their February live show in 2019. So when I saw it, I had to get it because I thought it was really funny. But it is a local story. So again, we've got another local situation. Oh, these are all local books too. I'm just realizing. So in February 1861, newly elected President Abraham Lincoln set out on a triumphant 2,000-mile cross-country railroad trip that would take him from his home in Springfield, Illinois, to his inauguration in Washington, D.C. At this time, unbeknownst to many, a band of fanatic Southern Confederate sympathizers were desperate for Lincoln not to take office. Furious because the new president's desire to end slavery threatened their way of life, they devised a plan. Lincoln would be murdered by an assassin's bullet in Baltimore. But as rushing railway trains carried Abraham Lincoln towards death, Detective Alan Pinkerton learned of the plot, and he and his detective agency quickly devised a plan of their very own. Dive into this incredibly fun and suspenseful true story and learn What History Books Never Told You, Lincoln's Great Escape. So I mean, obviously we know the outcome, but there's definitely some fun twists and there's some really good information in here. It's an easy read, so it could be for adults too, but there are some fun pictures in here as well. And like I said, it goes through it chapter by chapter. There's another picture. That's a little creepier. And that's John C. Breckinridge, the Vice President of the United States. And here's another picture of Lincoln. We all know this picture, I think. So anyway, so this is I would call it middle grade reader. Again, good for adults too, on up. Somebody who wants something bite-sized, you could get through in a day if you really wanted to. Then we have Deathless Divide. So this is not actually technically a new release, but it is the paperback. These will be signed. I'm going to make sure they get signed. But this is, Justina Ireland is local to us, so I can get her book signed. I do still have hardcovers, and if you have not read this yet, I highly, highly recommend it. And definitely start with Dread Nation. That's the first one in the series. It is an incredible book. It is just absolutely amazing. It is YA, sci-fi, historical sci-fi. So, which I think is definitely a fun combination. So again, this is just newly out in paperback. It came out this week in paperback. Oh, this came out this week. This came out April 6th. I always do that. April 6th. And then this also came out in paperback April 6th. It came out last year, February, in February 2020, and I think a lot of people missed it. So I just want to make sure people know I do have the hardcover of Dread Nation and Deathless Divide, and now I also have paperbacks of Dread Nation and Deathless Divide. So if you have any questions about any of these, just, leave it in the comments. You know the deal. And then last but not least, I only got 4 books in this shipment just because I was keeping it a little lean. But this is Girl on the Porch, and it is by, again, local Richard Chismar. You've probably seen me talking a lot about his new book that will be coming out in August. I did get it right this time. It's coming out in August, and it's called Chasing the Boogeyman. But this is one of his older books. And what's special about these is they are limited edition. They have this beautiful, beautiful end papers. This is not going to do it justice, even if I turn this light on, I don't think. Yeah, I can't do it on my laptop. Sorry. Oh, you can kind of see it there. So beautiful, beautiful end papers in here. And they are limited edition, numbered and signed. So I have 4 of these in stock. Because they are limited, I just grab them whenever I see them in my warehouse and I can get them. So right now I have 4, but who knows if I'll get them back. So this is definitely a great grab if you like horror, thriller. Richard Chismar owns Cemetery Dance Publications. He's just such a great guy. Very easy to work with, as is Justina, I will say, and Kevin. I know all those authors. So they are very sweet people. Always happy people, even though he writes horror. So if any of these are interest of you or you have any questions, definitely let me know. I'm happy to answer, but I just, like I said, want to hop on really quick and just let you know how we're doing. Oh, while I've got you here, let me tell you about, sorry, I just saw the comment, Girl on the Porch sounds good. I admit that I've owned it for a while, but I haven't read it. I'm trying to wait for the right time to make sure I'm not too scared. I'll read the inside cover for you, just so that you have a little idea about what it's about. From New York Times bestseller Richard Chismar, author of Gwendy's Button Box with Stephen King, and The Long Way Home, comes a thriller that will forever change the way you look at your neighbors and best friends. When the Tuckers' next-door neighbor mentions someone rang their doorbell late the previous night, Sarah and Kenny Tucker check their home security camera and discover something shocking. The doorbell ringer also visited their house, but it wasn't a teenager playing a prank, but instead a terrified young woman with a shackle hanging from her right wrist. She anxiously pressed the doorbell again and again, glancing over her shoulder as if someone was coming from her, before giving up and taking off into the dark. I'll stop reading there, but there's a little bit more on here. But that's a good little teaser for you. And you can kind of guess that a little bit of that from the cover there, but definitely spooky. Again, I'm going to go backwards through these. Deathless Divide. Again, this is just out in paperback. It has been out since February of last year. The paperback just came out now. And this is, I don't want to read the cover because if you haven't read Dread Nation, it's going to give too much away. I'm just looking at it now. But definitely start with Dread Nation if you haven't already. Highly, highly, highly cannot recommend it enough. It is just absolutely thrilling, super amazing book. And then Murder on the Baltimore Express. The plot to keep Abraham Lincoln from becoming president. This did happen in Baltimore, so that's kind of cool. This would, I'm just thinking of homeschooling. Like, that'd be a great homeschooling book. And then finally, Squinting Around Fish Feud. This is book 1. Book 2 comes out in mid-May. I will try to get that on the website. But all of these are on the website available for purchase. They should be. If not, let me know. But while I have you on here, I want to remind you that there I go again. April 24th, next Saturday, Capricos Books will be, yes, Megan, absolutely. Capricos Books will be at Vagabond Sandwich Company in Bel Air, Maryland for Independent Bookstore Day. So I thought it was such a great pairing because we are now essentially vagabonds. We are mobile, on-the-go bookstore. We are going to be doing a pop-up for Independent Bookstore Day. So I will have lots of really cool exclusives. I'm going to try to start sharing those soon on the website. So pay attention if you are looking either on our website or on any of our social media. Definitely just know that as soon as I get the merchandise, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to do an unboxing video. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to schedule it so you'll have a little bit of heads up notice. But I'd love for you to see the super cool stuff. And then there's also an event with Glennon Doyle next Thursday. And I have shared that. That is on our Facebook page. So you can check out the link there. But I think that's it. If anybody has any questions, I'll hang out. I'm doing an events management class, and somebody suggested doing a bookseller Ask Me Anything. And I think I might schedule that for not next week, probably the week after, just after Independent Bookstore Day. So it doesn't look like anybody has any questions. I will stay on for another minute. Again, the books that I was talking about were Squinting Around Fish Feud by Baltimore author Kevin Sherry. Murder on the Baltimore Express, the plot to keep Abraham Lincoln from becoming assassinated. Deathless Divide by Justina Ireland. Again, this is just out in paperback. It was in hardcover. Read Dread Nation first. It is incredible. Richard Chismar, Girl on the Porch. Again, these are limited edition, and I have 4 copies, and they are all signed and numbered with the beautiful end papers in there. So you can see that. I have copies like 245, 246, 247, and like 260. So they're just different numbers. I can't specify numbers when you order. I'm just going to send you what I pull off the thing. But well, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. See you later. I appreciate everybody stopping by or rewatching if you're rewatching this later.